Genius Wand or Divine Glaive? Winter Truncheon or Wishing Lantern? Should you build Glowing Wand in every match? There are a lot more confusions you may face while choosing a magic item for your hero. Well, I have been playing this game for 6 years, and I have around 20,000 matches of experience. Among them, I played over 7,000 of them as a mage. At times, I found it confusing. Which item is best in different situations? So I studied all the items and tested them and applied my test results in real matches to find out the best magic items in every situation. You might not yet have the answers, but after watching this whole video, you will have a clear idea of which item to build in different situations. Before choosing a magic item for your hero, you have to understand few things that are important: magic power, magic penetration, CD reduction, mana regen, and life steal. These are the main stats that determines the usefulness of a magic item for your hero, depending on the match situation. You have to make a good balance of all these stats to get the best out of items. And in this guide, we will consider all of these facts so that you can learn the proper way of itemization. First, I will cover some items that will greatly boost your damage. Genius Wand and Divine Glaive. Both of them counters magic defense of enemies, but the way they counters magic defense isn't same. While Genius Wand gives you raw penetration, which can reduce your opponent's magic defense even to negative stats, which means even if an enemy has no magic defense, you will still be benefited by it. On the other hand, Divine Glaive gives you percentage-based penetration. So the higher the defense stats of enemy, the higher will be your penetration. By knowing these two facts, that's a common sense that Genius Wand will work better against squishy heroes and Divine Glaive will work better against tanky heroes. But do you know exactly when Divine Glaive takes over Genius Wand? Let's find it out. Which one do you think will perform better when your enemy has Athena's shield? In this example, the opponent's magic defense was reduced from 48 to 36 because of Genius Wand's passive, and Divine Glaive did lower damage than Genius Wand. But it's not that practical because you opponent will have some base defense stat too in real match. So if we increase the defense stat even a little more, you will see Divine Glaive will deal more damage than Genius Wand when your opponent buys magic defense. So what did you take from here? Genius Wand will work better in early game, and as the game progresses, Divine Glaive will be a better option for you. Then, should you have both of them in your build at the same time? Well, that's not the best option, because the percentage-based reduction of Divine Glaive will be applied after the initial reduction of defense of Genius Wand. In these examples, you can see it's better to combine each of them with another available option rather than combining them together. So, should you not build Genius Wand as it will be taken over by Divine Glaive later? Well, this is not how this game works. You see, it's all about momentum. When you are playing a burst mage, no other item will increase your damage output like Genius Wand in the early game. It can highly enhance your capability to one-shot squishy heroes. So, a wise option for you is to buy Genius Wand in early game and sell it in mid to late game and buy Divine Glaive instead, because in late game squishy heroes will have higher base magic defense even if they don't buy any magic defense items. Glowing Wand, an item that if you buy your teammates will love you, and if you don't buy it, sometimes you may even experience trash talk. Why is that? The main reason is it's an anti-heal item. When you face opponents with high heal and shield effects, you should definitely prioritize this item as it will reduce heal and shield effects. But what if your opponent don't have heal and shield effects? Should you still buy it? Well, this item is not just an anti-heal item, it is also a tank killer. Its unique passive allows you to deal extra damage based on opponent's max HP. Especially when you are playing utility type of mage who relies on spam skills to deal damage, it works best to melt down high HP heroes. But what if you are a one-shot type mage? When you are playing one-shot type mage, your main goal is to kill enemy squishy heroes, and they usually have lower HP. I have tested it on squishy heroes to compare with other items. Squishy heroes usually have around this amount of base HP and magic defense in late game, even if they don't buy any defense item. Here I am comparing Glowing Wand and Bloodwing's damage in late game against squishy heroes. Even though Bloodwing has more magic power than Glowing Wand, it's dealing less damage. It's because in late game, even the squishy heroes get more HP, which increases the damage of Glowing Wand. So, even if you are playing an one-shot mage, you can still buy Glowing Wand. But buy it in late game if the enemy doesn't have heal, but when they have heal, buy in early mid-game. Lightning Truncheon and Wishing Lantern. Both of them have exactly same base stats. They are damage-focused item with CD reduction stats and commonly used in burst magic builds. But the unique passive of these items are different, which makes one slightly better than the other one depending on the situation. Lightning Truncheon's passive allows you to deal extra damage to multiple hero in range if you just hit one enemy with a skill. On the other hand, Wishing Lantern deals extra damage based on enemy's current HP for every 800 damage you deal to an enemy. The question is, which one works better? Let's find it out by this example. I have given the enemies here the amount of base defense and HP they will usually have in mid-late game. With Lightning Truncheon, I dealt 2,749 damage, while with Wishing Lantern, I dealt 2,783 damage. I showed you this example to make you understand that after mid-game, Wishing Lantern will deal more damage than Lightning Truncheon even to squishy heroes. But remember, it deals damage based on current HP, not max HP, so it will help you make enemies low faster when they are at their full HP. So, if you are going to buy Lightning Truncheon, buy it in early game and buy Wishing Lantern in mid or late game as enemies will have more HP during this time. Buying Lightning Truncheon in early game will also allow you to clear wave faster and thus rotate faster, so use the items according to their perks. Next one is Holy Crystal. This is the most expensive magic item in this game, and it will give you the highest amount of magic power. But its usefulness is maximized in late game as it gives you bonus magic power based on your total magic power, and the bonus percentage also increases with your level. In a word, this item is your magic power enhancer. Beside damage booster items, there are other items to enhance the utility and sustain of magic heroes. If you are playing a mage that relies on spamming skills, you will run out of mana soon and you will also require fast cooldown of skills. For mages like this, Enchanted Talisman is one of the core items. Luo Yi is one of those mages who rely on spam skills, and the more yin-yang reaction you will occur, the more damage and CC output you will get. So without Enchanted Talisman, you will run out of mana soon, and your skill loading time will be slower too. But after you buy Talisman, your mana problem will be solved and your skills will be available faster. By the way, this item also has a special feature which increases your CD reduction limit to 45% from 40%. So it is one of the core items of those utility mages. Starlium Scythe, an item which will give you magic power, CD reduction, hybrid lifesteal, and mana regen. Its unique passive grants you an enhanced basic attack after casting a skill which has 5-second cooldown. This enhanced basic attack deals true damage. This item is suited for mage like Harith, whose mechanism relies on basic attack to deal damage. This item is mostly used by magic assassins who cast basic attacks in between skills. Feather of Heaven, an item that will give you attack speed, and your basic attacks will deal magic damage based on your magic power. It has a stacking system. Each basic attack gives you a stack up to 5 stacks. Each stack will increase your attack speed by 6%. Again, this magic item is also suited for mages and magic assassins who rely on basic attack for dealing damage. Concentrated Energy and Blood Wings, both of them will increase your survivability. Concentrated Energy will give you hybrid lifesteal, and Blood Wings will give you shield effect. But many of you might not be aware of the magic power bonus that Concentrated Energy gives you. It is specially useful for the mages who deals continuous magic damage. Each time you deal damage, you gain a stack which increases your magic power by 5 up to 6 stacks. It doesn't stop here. At max stack, you gain 12% extra magic damage for 5 seconds. So this item can be very useful for sustained magic damage dealers. On the other hand, Blood Wings will give you a shield, which will give you extra movement speed. and immediately after losing the shield, you will gain 150 huge movement speed for 1 second, which will help you to escape from bad situations. So any magic hero can buy this item, which will give you decent magic power bonus and a life-saving shield. Next up is Clock of Destiny, a defensive magic item. This item gives you hit points, mana, cooldown reduction, and magic power. Its unique passives further boost your defense. Dealing magic damage to enemies, you gain stacks up to 6 times. Each stack grants you extra hybrid defense, means both physical and magic defense. It has another passive. When your HP drops below 50%, you restore 15% of max HP. Similarly, when your mana drops below 50%, you restore 15% of max mana. This effect has a 60-second cooldown. So, this is a good item for heroes who needs more mana and can be benefited by extra defense stats. Ice Queen Wand, an item which will give you magic power, spell vamp, HP, and movement speed bonus. But the main reason why we buy this item is for its ability to slow down the enemy. Its unique passive reduces the movement speed of enemy when you hit them with magic power. This item works well with heroes with constant poke abilities. Fleeting Time, an item which can be used by any role. This item's unique passive allows you to reduce the cooldown of your ultimate by 30% every time you kill or assist. But it's mainly effective for heroes who have very high cooldown of ultimate like Faramis, Kaja, and few other tank heroes. Next up is Flask of Oasis, an item that enhances the healing power. Here in this example, Angela is healing 197 hit points normally, but with Flask of Oasis, she is healing 274 hit points. So this item is one of the core item of healer supports. Now the time has come to show you the special item switch trick that if you are not using yet, you are missing out on clutch plays. I have shown the similar trick in Attack Item Guide too. Here is the trick. In late game when your build is fully completed, go to the shop and there you will find reorder option, press it and cancel every item you see there. Then select the items that you want to switch into and press save. Now you are ready to do the trick. When you will sell an item, it will automatically suggest you the item you set in order. Here when I sold Winter Crown, it suggested me Immortality, and when I sold Immortality, it suggested me Blood Wings. With this, you can quickly switch items. This trick can annoy the hell out of your opponent. Finally, I want to congratulate everyone who watched the defense, attack, and today the magic item guide. I hope you absorbed everything that I showed you in these guides. You will eventually realize how your knowledge about items can make the difference in rank games. If you have absorbed everything, it will not just help you to choose the right item for your hero, it will also help you to utilize the items at their maximum potential. Best of luck on your journey to master itemization, and if you found this video helpful, consider hyping this video. It might inspire me to bring more in-depth guides. Also, share your thoughts on comment and ask me questions if you are still confused about any items. See you in the next one.